What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Sorry about that. I had to go do something real quick, so I started the music over. I hope I didn't upset anyone by starting the music over. Hey, hey, hey! Happy Tuesday! Happy Tuesday! Happy Tuesday to you all. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to put on my lips today, honey. Can't figure out I need some new lipstick, y'all. I feel like I have the same colors over and over again. What I'm looking for, I don't think I had. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I found what I was looking for. Okay. It's a tribe meeting, you guys. So y'all know what we do. We're going to come in. We're going to say hi. Yes, I think this is the color I'm looking for. Okay. Hey, Sebastian. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I'm going to come in and say hi to the people. Had to come in because it's too damn hot. I know that's right. See, I told you about NOLA. Woo, baby, that heat. That air, honey, that heat. It's the humidity for me. Heat I can deal with, but baby, that humidity ain't no joke. And see, DC is built on the swamp, so I'm used to humidity. But baby, I was not ready for that New Orleans humidity in July. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So if you have not already subscribed to our sister channel, ReallyBTV Reviews, please make sure you get over there. It's 95 of y'all in there already. So if 48 of you guys are not already subscribed to ReallyBTV Reviews, if y'all could please go do that for me right now so we can go ahead and get that channel to 1,000 subscribers. I just don't understand what's taking so long. It's really making me a little frustrated. Because I don't understand how I have 17,000 subscribers, but I can't even get 1,000 people to subscribe to my sister channel. I don't understand. I didn't really think it was going to be this hard. I promise y'all I didn't. We've been doing this since January. It is now June. It should not take us 6 months, tribe. So if you guys are not already subscribed, could you please do me a favor, please? Just please do me a favor. If you need the link, I will put the link in the chat. Okay? All right. Let me get that off the screen. Let me get the link in the chat. All right. Hey, you guys. Let me get the link in the chat. Okay, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Let me get the link for y'all, and I'll put it in the chat. Okay. But let me say hi to the people. And we about to get this party started. Y'all see this right here? See how I'm getting you see how I have like a dark spot right there on my face? I think I'm getting a mole right there. Moles run in my family, and I have gotten a couple of moles on my body. I think that's getting ready to be a mole, y'all. Because at first I was like, do I have some on my face? When I was seeing it, I was like, is my face dirty? But then just now I was looking in the mirror and I was like, yeah, I think I'm about to get a mole right there, y'all. Anyway, but they run in my family. It is what it is. Okay. But if y'all know anything I could do to stop moles from growing, let a sister know. Let a sister know. Okay. Let me say hi to the people. Hey, B-Lo. What's up, lovely 31? Hey, Tracy, Wilson, Miss Sharon, Yana, So Jeff, Marnie, Brandon, Quake, Candy. Hey, 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 everybody. Sweet Essence, Black Empress. Yes, Miss Bay Thing. Hey, 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 Gabby. Hey, Miss Parker. Sweet P. Hey, Boo. C Golden. Hey, Powerful. Autumn's mom, Sebastian. Lovely Nola. Hey, hey, hey. Do y'all know what's going on with Queen Sheba and content creators beefing? I really don't, Quake Centers, but we are going to talk a little bit about it. I don't know all the details, but I'm gonna talk surface. I'm gonna talk surface because baby, I do not know. And I really try to stay out. We're gonna talk about it though, Quake. It's on my list, but don't let me forget. Okay. Spiritual Gangster. Hey, Melly. Hey, Boo. Montrez. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Vintage. Symmetry. Kenya. I support you by being a consistent review. You listen, y'all, my core people are there. And I know y'all are. Like the people who are in my tribe meetings and stuff like that, y'all have been really, really good about supporting it. But I mean, even the people who catch it on the replay, like a lot of people catch it on the because listen, my videos get decent numbers. So I'm getting over 1,000 on my videos. So if I can get over 1,000 on my videos, then somebody is watching that ain't subscribing. And let's be clear, you don't have to, right? You don't have to subscribe. I'm just asking if you would. Hey, Nursing 38, thank you. She said, I'm subscribed to both. Thank you. Hey, Cindy, Nap Queen. Hey, Joshua. Hold on. Joshua asking me, will I be reviewing different episodes? You know what? I am. I'm going to pick up all of that on my sister channel. So let me go through that. Hey, Sharice. Hey, Crazy Homebody Girl. Marilyn. Hey, Don, baby. I hope everything was a success this weekend. I tipped my head in and out, so I really didn't follow all of the things from this weekend. But I hope everything went well for you and that the brunch and everything was a success. I pray for that for you. Hey, Miss Kiki, Des Hop. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Tracy said the bar is open. There's a watermelon cocktail special. Now that's a good one. That's right on time. That is right on time for this weather. Okay. Yes, you do. Please go and subscribe. It's required before you go to the smoking room. Quake said the smoking room. Quake said you have to show your membership card to the sister channel to get into the smoke room. And she in charge. I put Quake in charge of the smoke room today. Yana, if you here, I'm going to put Quake in charge today. You still the manager, but I'm putting her on the door. Okay. Because she said she is not letting anybody in there if they can't show that they got membership. Okay, we need 39 more subscribers, you guys. We can do it. We can do it during this live. We can do it during this live. We can get to that 1,000 during this live. Okay. Thank you, Melly. Hey, Waist Bees by Bree. Southern Belle said, I'm subscribed to both. And I thank you. Again, I thank you. And I know Xavier is too. Xavier is subscribed to both. I know he is. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. It was very good and successful. Thank you. I'm glad. Trace, okay, Sweet Pea says she wants 2 of them cocktails. Okay. All right, you guys, come on in. Don is here. If we can get to 300 people, Don he gonna fire up that grill, and he gonna get the grill going. Tracy said the bar is already open, and y'all know we can't get the smoking room open until we get to 200. I mean, we can't get the hookah out. Now the smoking room open because some of y'all need to go on upstairs and handle y'all business. But we can't do nothing with the hookah. Okay, we can't do nothing with the hookah until we get to 200 people. We got 130. We on our way now. A couple of housekeeping notes, and then we're gonna move into these topics. Oh, can Tracy, in between drinks, can you drop the sister channel, the link? Oh, you did that. I'm so sorry, Tracy. Tracy already dropped the link, y'all. So the link is in the chat if you want the sister channel. Now, I have pinned my birthday wish list because y'all know my birthday is on July the 2nd, so we are counting down to Really B's birthday. You do not have to buy anything, but if you would like to, that is a wish list. People have asked me in the past for wish lists. So I always do it rather than have to go through that conversation every year about doing a wish list. So there's stuff there. I've been adding stuff as I think about stuff. I think the most expensive thing on the list is like $69, and I just added that today. The cheapest thing on the list is like some lipstick. So you don't have to do anything, but if you want to, it's there. And then of course you can always just, give, cash if you want to give anything. Again, you do not have to, but I would appreciate it. Y'all know I appreciate it. And I will gladly accept any and all donations to me or the channel. Okay. The other housekeeping note is I am going to, go back. I am going to get back to uploading on the sister channel the retro reviews, which includes a different world. If you're new here, I do 3 retro reviews on my channel. Thank you, Autumn's mom. She said I thought I was already subscribed. Child, YouTube be playing. You might have been. And YouTube, y'all make sure y'all are subscribed to y'all people. It's that season. YouTube is tripping. I told y'all the other day, YouTube was playing with my monetization on my videos, turning all my videos yellow. Now they stopped doing that, but like my Real Housewives of New Jersey video was yellow. Like what? Real Housewives of New Jersey? Girl, we wasn't saying nothing. But anyway, and knock on wood, this one be green. Let's just knock on wood on that one. Oh, thank you, Miss Parker said she got me some lipstick. Listen, I love my lipstick, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Parker. And I'm going to have a birthday party before I go on my trip. So I will I'll do an unboxing at one time for all of it rather than do a little bit here and a little bit there. So during the birthday party, we'll do the unboxing. So as stuff comes in and it's stuff I know I didn't order, I'll put it to the side and we'll do one big unboxing. So we'll do that. Thank you, Reddit Lane. Thank you, Reddit Lane. I appreciate it. See, people are subscribing. It's coming on through. It's coming on through. You thought about me today because you were looking at season cliffhangers on Falcon. Ah! Okay, so I do 3 retro reviews on my channel. I started doing them during COVID. Y'all know they have been very inconsistent, but I'm gonna try to get back to a more consistent situation. A Different World, Falcon Crest, and The Wire. Now, The Wire has probably been the least consistent out of the 3, but I am going to definitely try and get those finished. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start re-uploading them again, which I had already started re-uploading A Different World. I hadn't done The Wire and I hadn't done Falcon Crest, but I'm going to start re-uploading them. And what I'm going to do is, especially for the week that I'm gone, I'm going to schedule a bunch of things to upload. Because especially that week that I'm gone, I probably won't live at all, but it certainly won't be with any sort of consistency. So we're going to do that. Okay. Hey, Ebbs, what's up? All right. So what happened? Wait a minute. Hold up. Scroll up. What happened? Somebody said they been tripping. Oh, you talking about at first I thought I was going to have to fuss at you. Oh, y'all talking. Oh, you talking about the Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff? Don, when I get to that, if you want to come up and talk about it, you can. Honestly, I have not been. Hey, Cheryl Boo, I have not been following all of it on purpose though, because I really try not to get too deep into the whole mellometer of it all. But it really seems like it's a whole crazy situation going on over there, even to the point where Melody canceled her fan event today or yesterday. I guess she announced that she was canceling her fan event. And that's a shame that y'all acting up so bad that the Gilmore Girls, you know, I would not mind revisiting the Gilmore Girls, because I think that if I watch the Gilmore Girls now, I think hey, DMV, where you been? Hey, I think if I watch the Gilmore Girls now, I might have a totally different point of view. You know what, Joshua? Let's put Gilmore Girls on the list. I can't start nothing new until I finish at least one of them. So I need to finish Different World, Falcon Crest, or The Wire. Now, The Wire, the sad thing is I have the least amount to do to finish up The Wire, but that's been the one I've been the most inconsistent with. Like, The Wire only had like 5 seasons. I'm in season 3. I could finish up The Wire faster than any of those other. I think Falcon Crest is a double-digit seasons. And A Different World was like, 6 or 7 seasons. And The Wire only had 10 episodes per season because it came on HBO. It was only 10 episodes per season. Like, I don't know why. But The Wire is so much. It is so much to review The Wire. It's so complicated. And I think that's where I just got distracted. I think that's where I just got, because it's so much to do The Wire. Whereas A Different World is a 30-minute, like my reviews for A Different World were like 10 minutes long. Like boom, boom, boom. Oh, and I'm also been doing the Real Housewives of New Jersey retros. Okay, I don't know what's going on, honey. I've been staying in my own lane because when I don't get named and stuff, I want them to leave me. Yeah. And that's why I stay out of it, because can I say something? Now it's a tribe meeting, but for those who are new here, when we have our tribe meetings, it's very informal. We get off topic. I got a little ADHD in me. I read the chat and we kind of just go left, right, and up and down sometimes. Hey, Kenya, welcome to the tribe. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're renewing, thank you so much for renewing. Thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, child. Yeah. Thank you for becoming a member, Kenya. Yes. And if you're not, like I said, if you're renewing, thank you for renewing. But if you're new here, welcome. Okay. Finish Falcon Crest Star Dynasty. It's free on Pluto. Ooh. Dynasty is another one that I feel like I could read. Ebby was doing Dynasty at one time, I think. No, Ebby was doing Dallas. Lady Nika was doing Dynasty. Ebby was doing Dallas. Mm-hmm. Soul food. Ooh. Okay, y'all, don't give me. Listen, let me finish what I had. But Gilmore Girls is definitely one that I would consider. Because I found Gilmore Girls. I didn't find Gilmore Girls in the original. I found Gilmore Girls in syndication. So I watched. I think when I started watching Gilmore Girls, they might have been in like their last 2 seasons. So by the time I caught up, they were, I watched like maybe the last season in real time or the last 2 seasons. Oh, I'm not doing House of Dragons. No, ma'am. It's way too much. I can't do House of Dragons. I'm not even going to commit to that. Thank you, Kenya. I appreciate you. Thank you. Now, we can talk about House of Dragons, but I cannot commit. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all the truth. I can't commit to House of Dragons. Now, we can have a conversation about House of Dragons if y'all want to do that, but baby, I know I can't do House of Dragons. First of all, I need to go back and rewatch the first season because I don't forget. I mean, I remember obviously the major things, but you've never seen an episode of Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls, I thought was a good show for what it was, but I definitely feel like I would look back on some things and see it through a different lens than what I saw it at first. Scandal. I think I did Scandal. Did I ever do Scandal, y'all? I think I tried to do Scandal. Scandal was a lot too. I think I tried to do Scandal. It was just so much. It was so much. Abby, you gonna do House of Dragons? Tracy said Abby does it. Can we talk about it because I love that show? Well, House of Dragons or Gilmore Girls? I know you love Gilmore Girls. You talking about Gilmore Girls or House of Dragons? I know you love both of them, Danny. Danny, did you ever send the cup? And I'm not rushing you. I just want to know if you sent it so I could be. Because if you sent it, I haven't gotten it yet. Okay, Abby. Okay, so y'all listen. If you're not subscribed to Abby Reviews, she will be reviewing House of Dragons. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her, and maybe I'll pop over there from time to time, and we'll talk about it or whatever. But let's put Gilmore Girls on the list. But let me get through at least one of these first. Let me finish at least one of these first. So with that being said, you guys will get uploads while I'm gone. I will definitely be uploading stuff on the review channel while I'm gone. On this channel, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put something over here because I can't let this channel be dead for a week. That will kill me. You talking about killing the algorithm? That will kill my algorithm. So I'm gonna have to do something over here. I'm just not sure what that's gonna look like. I may have to do some like some of these stories that I've been wanting to talk about. I might just have to do some pre-records and upload them and schedule them. If I could just do one video a day, so that means I would have to do like 7 videos before I leave. Ooh, that's a lot of work, but I'm gonna make it happen. No, you were sick. Okay, and listen, don't rush yourself. I didn't want you to think it was. I got it because I agree to some point, but as a brand and business perspective, it isn't good look for her brand having that cloudy foolishness over MeloCon. Oh, well, we'll get to it. Maybe when we get to the end, maybe if I have time, I'll drop the link because I got a lot to say about reality TV when we get to the end. So they're on my list. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, and even some Love and Marriage DC. I have some opinions on some things when we get to it. So let's get into these. Let's get into the agenda, child. Cajun gonna get us, baby. We 23 minutes in. Cajun he gonna light us up, honey. All right. Child, where do we want to start? Riri says she's not pregnant. It isn't just one cup. It's a big box. It's a big box of what, Danny? Girl, what are you sending me? Oh my gosh. Another round, baby, when we going to get to these male double standards. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Ray J, Michael Rainey Jr., we're going to talk about it. Now, Riri might not be pregnant. Mimi might just be, somebody said in my live the other day that she had back-to-back babies. Maybe she's just having a hard time getting some of that pregnancy weight off, and maybe that's why she's been covering her belly, because she's just a little full in the middle, and maybe she's just a little, little self-conscious about it. I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to accept that maybe she's just carrying a little extra midsection weight, and that she might be a little self-conscious, because that's a lot. Oh, thank you, Miss Parker. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. So I'm willing to accept that maybe she just feeling a little full. Okay. I'm willing to accept that. Didn't she just have a baby? I guess she did. Because she was pregnant at the Super Bowl, which is in February. So maybe when did she have that second baby? Maybe the baby's at least 5 or 6 months old. And I'm not saying that's a lot, y'all. I understand that everybody's snapback ain't the same, and some people don't snap back, and that's okay, because you literally grew a whole human inside of your body, and it's okay. The baby is 10 months old. Well, hey, V. Lenore, what's up, boo? Lenore been cutting up over there with Nesto, child. I can't even keep up with all that. She be over there reviewing. If y'all want to see somebody review them Nesto calls, y'all check out my girl V. She been over there breaking down them Ernesto calls, honey. Y'all know it's been a mess. Kenya said, thank you for being a member, said, break up the tribe meeting by topics, premiere those. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've been like saying, I want to talk about this and I want to talk about that, but I just haven't had time. Those are going to be the videos that I do. Like, for example, I want to talk about the Manzo situation. Dina Manzo's ex-husband, Carolyn's brother-in-law being convicted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk about that. We never got a chance to do that. Maybe I'll do a video on that and do it as an upload. The Erica Jane Marco situation. I've been following that lawsuit on Bravo TV docket. Maybe I'll break that down and do a video on that. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do those as lives, but those types of things, like Tiffany Henyard, child, I got all kinds of stuff that I just haven't had a chance to get to with Tiffany Henyard. So that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I said, I wanted to do, and I just haven't had a chance. So those are the kind of videos that I think I may just, like you said, pre-record and schedule them and then upload them. But listen, y'all got to watch them. Now, when I'm on vacation, y'all got to watch them. Let Riri be. Don't come in here. Don't come in here, D. Y'all know I love Riri. That's my girl. But she pregnant. Now, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Erica did that man dirty. Child, bye. They don't even get KC. Don't come in here with that mess. She got her love weight. And listen, I'm happy. Look, please, y'all know I'll be the last person to be fat. I'm not fat shaming. If she just thicker in the middle, I'm happy for her. But I think she's pregnant. Now, one thing for sure, and two things for certain. You can't hide it, but for so long, you can't be a little pregnant, okay? Either she pregnant or she not. Oh, you talking about Erica Jane did that man wrong. I thought you were talking about Erica King from the Ernesto trial. Yeah, Erica did that man dirty. See, my brain, I can't. Y'all know my brain go left and it go right. Erica Jane doc is still coming out or not? I don't know nothing about no Erica Jane documentary. You talking about the show she did on Bravo? Is that what you're talking about? Because they already showed that little 4-part docu-series that she did for Bravo. That premiered the last couple of weeks of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That already came on, just nobody watched it. As many people watched that episode that went to her Las Vegas show. And I told y'all they were selling tickets to the Las Vegas show. You could have got a ticket for $10 and a Popeyes coupon. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Now I know she said she wanted another baby, but maybe she's not pregnant. I know I remember Sierra talking about not this baby she just had, but the baby before that. I know she talked about how hard it was for her to get rid of her baby weight. And again, it's relative. It's relative, right? What for Sierra, somebody who's used to being probably a size 0, if she was a size 4, to her, she was having a hard time getting rid of those last 10 or 15 pounds. That's a big deal for somebody like her. For somebody like me, I ain't never seen a size 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative. It's all relative. Food and sex will have you gain weight. That's why I'm skinny. See? Listen, and you know, when you in love, you don't, and Riri seemed like the kind of person that, let me tell y'all something. And I don't want to curse her. I don't want to curse Riri. Y'all know that's my girl. I love me some Riri. So I'm not trying to curse her. Y'all, my internet is tripping right now. I see my signal. The internet is acting funky. I don't know what's going on. It's been like this the last couple of days, and the signal is low, and the weather hasn't been bad in my area. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but anyway, bear with me. Riri seemed like she could go. She seemed like she could easily go the way of. Riri seemed like she could easily. This damn camera. She could easily go the way of Reefa. Child, I know that, Daniel. Danielle, you know I know the older it is, the harder it is to lose that weight, child. The older you get. I could certainly see Riri being a thicker, you know, like in about 10 years being a little thicker and being okay with it. Like, I feel like she's the type of person that will really be comfortable in her skin. You know what I'm saying? I think she really would be comfortable in her skin. Honestly, I do. Bridgerton, I will do Bridgerton. Bridgerton will be done before I leave for vacation. As far as, Bridgerton will be done. Those will be uploaded. Yeah, Bridgerton. Let me tell you something. You said Drea showed her snapback. Let me tell y'all something. I stopped paying attention to these snapbacks when we found out that Black China went and had lipo literally from the delivery room. So I don't be paying attention to these snapbacks and all of these people that snap back so fast and they get these flat stomachs. Please stop. Stop buying in to internet culture. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who are just predestined. They can have 10 babies and they can get a flat stomach. That ain't what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is I am no longer interested in paying attention to these snapback videos when we found out that Black China literally left the delivery room and went and had lipo. Like, her body hadn't even finished healing from having a baby and she was having plastic surgery. So, yeah, I ain't paying no attention to that. I'm waiting for the Riri clothing line when she decides to do so. Oh, she's definitely gonna have a plus size collection. I see she already Fenty Savage Fenty has a plus size. So I could see that. They already have plus size in the Savage Fenty. I haven't bought any. I know Ebby has. She's done hauls where she's done Savage Fenty hauls. I know Ebby has, but I've never done any. Jackie O with those mommy makeovers. Right. And unfortunately, my midsection be a bitch to go away. That's why I call my stomach F you white, because it ain't going nowhere. I love it. It ain't going nowhere. Every woman is different. Some snap back, some don't. Right, Sharice? Exactly. That's why I don't pay attention to that anymore. And that's why I say I ain't talking to the tribe. Why is my internet? Hold on, y'all. Let me go out and come back in, because y'all might not see it on y'all end, but on my end, my screen keeps blacking out. Let me just go out. I'll be right back. Let me go out real quick and come back in. Give me a second. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm gonna just go out and just come back in real quick. Give me. Maybe I need to close. You know what? Let me try this first. I have a bunch of windows open. Let me try to close some of these windows, child. I got a bunch of windows open on my computer because I was doing something before I went live. So let me try to just shut down some of these windows. That might help. Maybe that'll help. And then if that doesn't help, then I'll go out and come back in. Oh, a plus size swimwear would be nice. Yes. They just started buying stuff that don't make us look like they just started making bathing suits that weren't all the same with the little skirt. And don't get me wrong, I actually like those. Like, honestly, if I'm being fair, I actually like those. But I also want people who are thicker size to feel comfortable in bikinis and, tank. Like, I have a couple of tankinis. Like, I'm comfortable in those. The camera is still blurry now. Hold on, let me wipe off the screen because it's not blurry on my side. So hold on, let me wipe off the screen. Is that better? My auntie has the sleep jumper, and she said it's comfortable. I can't sleep in that much stuff. That's too much. I can't sleep in the least amount of clothes as I can. I can't sleep in all that stuff. Okay. But anyway, so that's what was going on. Riri say she not pregnant. Leave her alone. That's what she said. Sexy Red was down to the airport. She was fighting, and they showed the footage of her fighting down to the airport. While I don't know the whole story, I'm just going to assume that there was a better solution to that problem. I don't know who started it, but I'm going to assume that there was a better solution to that problem. Now, they said allegedly it was somebody trying to get a picture of her at the airport. Girl, I don't know if that's the whole story. I don't know if that's the whole truth. But if that is what happened, girl, I'm going to need you to let that go. You are now a pseudo celebrity. And that's just what's going to happen. Like, that's what comes with the territory. People are going to see you, and people are going to try to take, especially nowadays, they're going to try to slide and take a picture of you. They're going to try to be slick about it. Y'all saw me take them pictures of Steven Spielberg. I got caught. But when I got caught, what happened? What did I tell y'all happened when I got caught? His friend was like, oh, let me take a picture. He knew what we was doing. His friend knew what we were doing. So, like, at the end of the day, if that's what it was, and again, it's not nude, it's a bronze. It's not as bronzy as I want it to be, but it's a bronze. It's from the lip bar. It's a bronze. See, that's the color. I need a lip liner, and you would probably see it better if I had a lip liner on, but I ain't had time for all that, child. I was running late. So I don't know what had happened down to the airport. But I know that you rolling around on the damn floor and picking up the pole and trying to hit somebody with the pole was not the best decision. Sexy Red said it wasn't her. Then why she get arrested? I mean, I'm not being funny. Why she get arrested if it wasn't her? She was there. I saw the footage. That was her. With that wasn't that her with that bonnet on and carrying that Louis Vuitton bag? Wasn't that her? If she doesn't catch serious charges, then she's definitely an industry plant. Why would she catch serious charges? It was a fight at the airport. She's not gonna catch no, unless somebody was seriously hurt. She ain't gonna catch no child. She's not. So I wouldn't, KK, I wouldn't say that means she's an industry plant just because she don't catch serious charges. It was a fight at an airport. It's not gonna be down. What she need to worry about is a civil case with somebody suing her for some money. But legally, she probably will get, if somebody was seriously hurt, that would be a different conversation. But if it was a fight at the airport and everybody got up and walked away, or everybody got up and walked their ass to jail, and she'd probably get a misdemeanor, pay a fine, and keep it moving. I don't see where it's gonna be no sick. Now again, I don't have all of the details, but if now somebody seriously got charged, got hurt. I'm just saying, as somebody who been in a fight or two, it don't happen like it don't. It usually don't be like that. Oh no, Abby says anything at the airport is considered a federal crime. Okay, well see, Abby, y'all know, but then that's a different conversation. You don't get charges for fighting at an airport. Okay, well maybe would Abby say so that's federal charges then? Oh, well, that's a different one now. Federal, that might be a little, but I still wouldn't say. I still don't see her get no serious time, even though it's federal charges. I don't know. I'm no law enforcement, but I don't. I mean, I've seen people fight at the airport. I'm not saying they don't get charged. I'm not saying I don't think they have to go to court. She might have to go through all the rigmarole, but I mean, when it's all over said and done, I don't see no serious time coming out of that. Well, they cleared Jim Jones. They said it was self-defense. They cleared Jim Jones. Jim Jones was cleared for that fight. She's an industry plant, period, pushing the agenda to keep the kids in ratchet shits. I need y'all to give me a definition of when y'all say an industry plant. Is that the new way of saying Illuminati? Because, before it was everybody was in an Illuminati. When y'all say an industry plant, please explain to me what y'all mean by that. No, that makes sense because I've heard that before too. So that makes sense that it's federal. I need y'all's definition of what an industry plant is. I need to know what y'all mean when y'all say an industry plant. Spiritual Gangster said hold on. Let me scroll back up. Spiritual Gangster says she's definitely an industry plant, period, pushing the agenda to keep the kids in ratchet shit. Y'all don't really want me to respond to that. Y'all don't really want me to respond to that. Because y'all not going to like y'all not going to like what I say to that. I'm going to just keep going. Because y'all are not going to like what I say to that. Okay, let me just keep going. Before I go down a rabbit hole. Let me just keep going. Most people I know fighting at the airport get banned from the airport they was fighting in front of. Now, I can see that. I can see her having to deal with I can see her having issues with TSA and stuff like that, but I don't see no serious jail time. But that's just me again. I don't know all the details, so it could be more serious than what we know. Pushing certain agendas. So it's sexy who's keeping the kids ratchet. That's what I was going to say, Xavier. Y'all don't want to hear what I got to say about that. When y'all say an industry plant, I still don't understand what that, when you say, see, y'all gonna make me go left, and I really ain't trying to go left. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this air conditioner off because, oh no, it just went off. Okay, because it was getting a little too cold in here. Apparently, anybody who gets successful that they don't like means they're an industry plant. Let me say this. This is my opinion. And y'all know opinions are like assholes. We all have one. They sign contracts to do dumb stuff. Who has a lip gloss line with the name STDs? But I just think that's an indicator of where we are as a society. See, y'all don't want to hear what I got to say because y'all ain't gonna like it. But when we constantly lower the standards of what is acceptable, and because we keep lowering the standards of what is acceptable, then you get mad when the standards are low. We keep making excuses for bad behavior. We keep making excuses for allowing this generation to do whatever they want to do. And we keep saying, but it's not a big deal. Well, I don't see what the problem is. Well, I don't see what the big deal is. They're just expressing themselves. They're people too. They get a right to. Okay, well, now we are dealing with the consequences of all of this freedom and all of this lowering of the standards. Now, I've been told y'all that before, and y'all don't want to hear what I got to say. Y'all don't like it when I say it. Y'all, as they say, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. But that is the long-term effect of what it is that we're doing by lowering the standards. So you say, who makes a lip gloss where the names are after STDs? Well, nowadays in today's market, you can make anything. I could start selling lip gloss tomorrow on Instagram. That doesn't mean that CoverGirl is endorsing it. That doesn't mean it's coming through a major marketer. That means that I went somewhere and I got some colored petroleum jelly. I put it in a tube and I sold it on Instagram, and I can name it whatever the hell I want to name it. And if people buy it, guess what? I'm going to keep making it. So if I want to make some lip gloss and call it gonorrhea and people buy it, why would I stop? But we keep lowering the standards and allowing bad behavior to be okay. We keep defending it. We keep making excuses for it. So now we're dealing with it. So yes, do I think that Sexy Red's music got a catchy beat, but the lyrics are raunchy as fuck? Yes. But it got a catchy beat. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all no lies. It got a catchy beat. Do I think that these kids are paying attention to lyrics? No. They're paying attention to the beat. So they can make TikTok videos so they can, just like they said the same thing about rap. You know what I mean? I don't think it makes somebody an industry plant because they figured out a formula that makes them money. And because now we are able, as an industry, we're able to bypass record companies and we're able to be independent artists and go straight to Spotify and YouTube and all these other places where they can just upload music and make money, real money. Well, now they become stars. They don't become stars because they have good music. They become stars because they make a lot of money. Right, Xavier. And the formula really isn't new. It's not. I mean, if you want to talk about STDs, I remember my mother, oh my gosh, I remember my mother being up in arms over Kumo D's song, Go See the Doctor. My mother, she was calling all her friends. She was trying to get all of my friends' parents to see if their kids were listening to Kumo D, because I can't believe he made a song about a STD. And I was like, well, Ma, he's talking about, go see the doctor. I'm up here trying to defend the shit. It ain't even my song. So we're not going to act like this stuff is new. We're not. It's not new. I remember 2 Live Crew. I remember Freaky Tales. I remember having to sneak around with my friends, going somewhere away from any adult voices, sitting around a boombox, listening, had our ears leaned down like this at a low volume, listening to Freaky Tales. And that song is like 15 minutes long. So we're not going to sit here and act like this shit is new, y'all. Stop. It's not new. 2 Live Crew, Me So Horny. They sold t-shirts that said Me So Horny. What's the difference between them selling t-shirts saying Me So Horny and her selling lip gloss called Chlamydia? I mean, if there's a child out here that want to put something on their lips called chlamydia, that's a conversation that their mama need to have with them. Clearly, they didn't sit through sex education class. Clearly, their parents didn't sit down with them and explain to them what the fuck chlamydia was and why it's not a good thing to put on your lips. Right. Funky Cole Medina was about a date rape. Like in today's world, oh my gosh, do you know how canceled what's the face will be? What's his name? Oh shoot. Funky Cole Medina. I can see his face now. Y'all know who Funky Cole Medina was. Tone Loc. Was it Tone Loc? Do you know how canceled Tone Loc would be in today's world? He literally made a song about slipping somebody a date rape drug. So I want us to stop acting like this is new. It's not new. It's just repackaged. But the difference is we're now the adults and these are the kids. You know what I'm saying? We're now the adults. So we see it through the lens that our parents saw the music we were listening to growing up. That's it. That's it. You said we had better lyrics back in the day, so you had to figure out most of the time. Well, my mother said the same thing to me about my music. She said, see, like we would listen to Motown. My mother would say, see, he's talking about making love to a woman, but you see how he not coming right out and saying it? You see how he not coming right out and just saying it? So my mother would say the same thing about my music that we're now saying about it. But the problem is, as society, as the generations continue to go, to flip, we lower the standards. So it becomes more and more obvious because we have said, well, it's okay for kids to say these things. It's okay for kids to talk about these things. So we continue to lower the standard. So it becomes more and more blatant and more obvious. That's it. That's my opinion. Right. Belle Biv DeVoe talking about some young girls backstage, underage, adolescent. What? Well, thank you, Angie. You know YouTube be playing with these notifications, child. Listen, we've been here almost an hour and I ain't even got close to this listen. Let's see. Let me get back. Y'all see, y'all done took me down. Y'all know how y'all be taking me down the rabbit hole. Now, Nicki Minaj has some people worried because she's been posting these First, she posted a tweet that said, yes, single. Now, somebody told me that's a song. She's going to come out with a song called Single, and that, she's basically just, trolling to get the attention. But then she posted this video that looked like she was crying and she was talking real low, and she was talking about motherhood and how hard it is for mothers, and how, shout out to all the mothers. So listen, I don't know what's going on with Nikki. I don't know what's going on with the Minaj, but we're going to keep positive thoughts. Okay. We're going to keep the positive thoughts for her, because I don't know what's going on with her. Okay. Tory Lanez wife is filing for divorce. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Nikki. I'm not going to speculate. Y'all can say what y'all want to say in the chat. That's fine. Everybody has a right to that opinion. I'm going to just keep mine over here. I'm going to keep mine over here. All right. Nene Leakes, child. Nene Leakes. Her landlord is trying to garnish her bank account. Remember, Nene Leakes got the default judgment against her that she left the last couple of months on her lease of her boutique down in Atlanta. She didn't pay the rent, and her landlord took her to court, and her defense basically was, I don't have nothing to do with that. My name wasn't on that lease. Greg's name was on that lease, and Greg is no longer here. So she felt like that meant she didn't have to respond to it. But she then got a default judgment. See, here's the thing. You could have the best defense in the world. You could have an accurate defense. But if you don't show up to court to give your defense, like she might have had a legitimate defense. She legitimately might. I don't know what the probate laws are in the state of Georgia, but maybe Greg did sign that lease, and maybe the landlord did not file that claim against Greg's estate in enough time. And so maybe, just maybe, it would have gotten thrown out. But guess what? You ain't go to court to tell the judge what your argument was. It might have been a legitimate argument. I don't know. I ain't nobody's attorney. I ain't been to nobody's law school. That might have been a legit, even though they were a married couple. If her name wasn't on that lease, if that was something that he did on his own independent, I don't know. Because again, I don't know the laws. I don't know the probate laws and all of that. Now, I do know that when somebody passes away, if there's a claim against their estate, whoever is the executive of the estate has to resolve whatever claims. But maybe this person never filed a claim. So it might have legitimately been thrown out. But because you decided that it ain't had nothing to do with you, now you found, see, this is what I'm talking about, this new world we live in. You found time to come down here and tell the internet that you didn't feel like you owed any money because Greg did that and it only had Greg's name on it. You found time to tell the internet, but you didn't find time to tell the judge. See, that's the shit that I'm talking about. People put way too much energy into what's going on down here on the internet instead of going and dealing with what's going on here in real time. You're supposed to tell your attorney and let your attorney file that paperwork. Hell, you could have filed that paperwork, but you found time to turn on your Instagram or give a soundbite to somebody and they posted it down here to the internet. Sure. Right, it was her business, but maybe her name wasn't on the paperwork. But let's be clear. Even if Greg's, and again, I didn't go to nobody's law school, I don't know. But even if Greg's name was only on the lease, if the business was on your name, I still feel like I feel like the person still had a claim against you. It was your business. It wasn't Greg's business. He might have signed the lease, but it was your business. It was your name on everything, as far as the business itself is concerned. So I don't think he sued the wrong person. I don't even have proof that Greg's name was on that lease and Nene's wasn't. I don't even have proof of that. I'm not believing everything that Nene had to say. somebody said, So Jeff said, I just don't understand how Teresa Giudice got a podcast before Nene. Listen. I done told y'all this a million times. And I know y'all don't like when I say things that y'all don't agree with. And that's fine, because I still love y'all. So Jeff, he a stinger in the beehive, and he stings me every time I say something about his precious Beyonce. Okay? So I know y'all don't like when I say these things. But I need y'all to hear me. Nene could have had a podcast if Nene wanted a podcast. Do y'all understand how easy it is to fucking start a podcast? And a microphone. And you really don't even need the microphone, because most computers come with one. Now, of course, you can buy the expensive podcast equipment. You can go rent a podcast studio. You can do all of those things. You can even try to find a big name like iHeartRadio or whatever to back your podcast. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this, right? But when you already have, the hardest part about starting a podcast is name recognition. Nene already has that. And people really want to hear what Nene has to say. All Nene got to do is get a computer and a microphone and one of her. I'm not upset, Ruru. I'm not upset. I just feel like people keep making it seem like Nene is this hard, this whoa, Nene. And Nene creates situations for herself. Nene could have had a podcast 3 years ago. She started one during the pandemic. She didn't keep it up. I don't know what happened between her and Bethany Frankel, but remember she was going to do a podcast with Bethany, and then all of a sudden they unfollowed each other. Well, Nene unfollowed her, and then Nene took all the pictures down off of her Instagram. So I don't know. But if Nene wanted a podcast, but if Nene had started a podcast 3 years ago and Nene had been consistent with a podcast, Nene would have even if she just did it on YouTube, Nene would probably have a platform that had anywhere from 200 to 500,000 subscribers right now. Now, I know you, Bob, baby. And she probably could be making $50,000, $60,000 a month easy. And I'm talking about without doing any work. Now, she got picked up by a major company to back her, she'd be making more money. If she got sponsors, which she absolutely would have gotten sponsors. Nene knows enough people. She could be doing exactly what Carlos King is doing. Carlos King podcast started off slow. If you go back, even with as big of a name in reality TV as Carlos King was, when he first started doing his YouTube videos, they weren't breaking the bank. His videos weren't breaking the bank. He was getting decent numbers, but nothing like 200,000 or 300,000 views. Not 3 to 4 months on YouTube. It was gradual. It was very gradual for Carlos. But Nene, you know enough people. People want to hear what you have to say. You literally could do one show a week. And you could have started with interviewing your friends from reality TV. The only people that probably wouldn't have done an interview with you are people who are currently working for Bravo. You could have done exactly what Carlos did. You could have went and interviewed all of the original OGs. You could have started with the Kim Zolciaks and the Dion, what's her name? The one that was married to the basketball player, and Wu, Lisa Wu. You could have got the OGs. You might not have been able to get Sheree because she's still connected to Bravo. Depending on the status of your lawsuit and stuff, maybe not. You could have went and got everybody that's been fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's where I would have started. I would have started because then Deshaun Snow, thank you. Because you didn't even have to make it a bash Bravo thing. It could have just been a girl. Remember when we did that? You could do the same thing Carlos does. Talk about the more famous episodes, the more what was the behind the scenes. Remember when we went to Japan and y'all left me at the hotel? Well, this is what really happened. This is why I was late. You could have had Eva. You and Eva left on horrible terms. You could have got Eva on there. That would have been like, oh my gosh, boom. And then you could have reached out to some of your other friends that are on reality shows that may no longer be on associated with Bravo. Because again, I don't know if it would have been a great thing for you to connect with Bravo people. But then remember, Nene did network television. Nene did Broadway. Like you know people. You are connected, Nene. You know people. Nene could have done one show a week without really having to think about it for months. And by that time, you would have established yourself. You would have had a platform. You would have had a following, and you would have been making steady income. So when people say Teresa, when you say Teresa Giudice, yeah, Teresa Giudice has a podcast, but it's really only in name only. The Namaste Bitches really is only because of the name recognition of Teresa. It's not really her podcast. She's really an employee of. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, and I'm gonna get to Club Shay Shay in a minute, but look at Club Shay Shay. Look at Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp built a platform off of interviewing people. Really, he don't even interview people. He just basically let people talk. He created a man cave atmosphere, right? He got the fireplace. He got the leather chairs. They drinking cognac. I think he let Steve Harvey smoke his cigar when he was down there. And literally what he created was a man cave atmosphere. We're going to sit here and we're going to talk shit. And all he did was reach out to people he probably was friends with or idolized. When you go back to the early episodes of Club Shay Shay, he had like athletes and stuff on there. People he probably had in his speed dial. People he probably had on his Rolodex. And then he branched out from there. And I mean, of course, he broke the internet with the Cat Williams, but go back and look at them numbers. Club Shay Shay was doing fine before Cat Williams. Now, Cat Williams took him through the stratosphere. But even Ocho Cinco with the chat room, that relationship between him and Ocho Cinco started as an interview. He interviewed Ocho Cinco and they clicked and he saw, I could do something with this. And the thing with Ocho Cinco, it only started with an after show during football season. It started as an after show during football season. And then it became so popular, they created a totally separate, because the original was an extension of Club Shay Shay. And because it became so popular, he separated it, and now it has its own entity. And both of his shows have over 1 million. Both of his channels now have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Both of them have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So when people talk about, Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp he's not even pretending to interview these people. He's literally just asking them questions and letting them talk. He ain't trying to be Barbara Walters. Now, I'm going to get you in a minute, though, Shannon. I'm going to get you in a minute. But again, the platform, just like I tell people now, I don't know why people get so hung up on getting record deals when there's so many different avenues. If you really want to get your music out or you really want to be an artist, there's so many different avenues of doing it today. I say the same thing. When somebody says, oh, well, I don't understand why Nene didn't. Child. And you saw when Nene tried to start doing YouTube, everybody was excited. Remember that? Remember for those 2 or 3 weeks when Nene actually did put content on her YouTube channel? She was getting views. People were going over there. And then she stopped. Right, Lauren. Now, see, and that's it, Lauren. Shannon doesn't need to reach out to anybody anymore because remember, Amanda Seales reached out to him and then she tried to flip it on him, but she reached out to him. Remember, he said that. He said she reached out to him because of the controversy and wanted to tell her story. See, Amanda Seales thought she was going to have a Monique moment. She thought she was going to have a Cat Williams moment, and it didn't turn out the way she wanted it to. But anyway, we done. I'm not going back down that road of Amanda Seales shot. I ain't going back down that road. Right. Nene don't want to build. She wants to be a star. There you go. Okay. Well, that's the Nene story, child. And let's be clear. I don't dislike Nene, but I can look at things. I can look at things with a critical eye. I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying I'm never biased because, child, I am. But I can look at things individually. I can like Nene and still not agree with all the Nene shenanigans. And I think people want you to agree with everything because you like somebody, and I'm just not that person. I'm just not that person. I can like you and still see that shit ain't perfect. Just like I would like people in my life to say the same thing. I don't want people around me that think that everything I do and say is correct, because it's not. But that's my biggest frustration. Let me tell y'all something. That is my biggest frustration with reviewing TV shows when people get their favorites. Oh, that's one of my biggest frustrations. Sometimes the things that people say in these comments, I really be like, y'all just, it's almost like y'all want, and when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all, but it's almost like y'all just want to fuss sometime. Cause I really be sitting here like, did you not hear what I said, or did you hear what you wanted me to say? Right. I want Nene to win because I think Nene is very talented. But do I also think that Nene gets in her own way? Absolutely. Now Don said y'all being stingy with the likes. It's 200 people in this room. I know we got 160 likes. I know we do. I know we have at least 160 likes. Now it's 200 people in the room. That means that the hookah is they pulling the hookah out now. Now Quake is still at the door. You cannot get in the smoking room. You can't go upstairs to the smoking section unless you can show your membership to the ReallyBTV Reviews channel. Unless you are subscribed to both channels, you can't get in. So if you are not subscribed to both channels, the ReallyBTV, the ReallyBTV Reviews channel, and of course the ReallyBTV channels, you can't get into the hookah lounge. So so somebody drop the link for me again, please, for the ReallyBTV Reviews if you have a chance. Don said we only got 132 likes. Can y'all please get us to 160? I know y'all hate when YouTubers ask for likes, but baby, I don't ask for money. Can y'all give me some likes? I appreciate that. Okay. Quake said have your app open at the door. Thank you kindly. Okay. You smoke the ganja. You can go listen. The smoking room is for whatever you partake in. Okay. Tracy still got the Tracy still has the bar open. Remember that the specials today are the watermelon margaritas. Another round? Absolutely, my love. Absolutely. Okay, we almost did. Don said we have 141. How many more people we need for the sister channel? We were at 40. What were we at? 39. How many more people we need to subscribe over to the sister? It's 190. There's some people left. Y'all got mad at me. That's okay. It's 197 of y'all. If only 40 of y'all are not already subscribed to the ReallyBTV Reviews channel, if y'all could please do that, I appreciate y'all. Okay. Now let me talk about this double standard situation, and then we're gonna get into this we're gonna get into this reality TV thing. Here's what I'm talking about with the double standard. Now, this is a perfect segue because this is Club Shay Shay. Now, Shannon, I like you, but this is coming for you, bruh. Shannon Sharp interviewed Ray J last week. Now, listen, Ray J is gonna be Ray J. We at 33. Y'all, it's 200 of y'all in here. I know that all 200 of y'all are not subscribed to my sister channel. If y'all could do that, please, I appreciate it. You're going to hit the dislike button. I mean, that's fine too. I love you anyway, boo. I love you anyway. Now, we all know that Ray J is a special one. We know that. And we've heard this from Ray J before. Ray J has talked about dating older women in the past. This isn't new for Ray J to talk about dating older women. But I saw this and I said, you know what? I have to agree with this statement. Ernest Owens, who is a journalist, he posted the following statement. Now, when Ray J was on there, Ray J talked about dating at 14 years old, dating a 30-year-old woman. So this is what he said. Ernest Owens said, listen up. I'll say this and move on, but I seriously can't stand to watch or hear another thing about this Club Shay Shay show again. Ray J recently shared on the episode how a woman in her 30s helped him cleanse himself at the age of 14. Shannon Sharp doesn't address this with concern and instead marketed this clip on the show, on the Instagram as dating older women. Ray J shares his experience. A 14-year-old is not dating a 30-year-old. It's called grooming. It's called molestation. It's called sexual abuse. I agree 100%. And remember, some of y'all may not remember this. You got to be a little bit older to remember this. You got to be like around my age. Remember when the rumors were out there about him dating Whitney Houston and everybody was like, no, he's not dating Whitney Houston. And then come to find out they was messing around. They was doing a little something, and a little this and a little that. Whitney Houston was a lot older. Now, I don't think she wasn't 30 years older than Ray J, but Ray J was in his 20s when Whitney Houston died, and Whitney Houston was in her 40s. So she was about 20 years older than him. Now, had that been the other way around, had that been Brandy talking about dating a 30-year-old man that taught her how to clean herself and taught her how to cleanse herself mentally and spiritually, oh my gosh, it would be a whole nother conversation. So when I say the double standard, that's what I'm talking about. We've got to get past this double standard. Now, here's another example. Michael Rainey Jr., the star of the Power series, right? He plays Tariq St. Patrick. I want y'all to separate Michael Rainey, the actor, from Tariq St. Patrick character, because as a character, we don't care about Tariq, right? But as an actor, as a young man, now Michael Rainey is in his early 20s, right? He was at Ty Lil, who's a streamer. He's like Kai Cenat. He's a streamer. He was at his show doing a live streaming, and Ty Lil's sister, and you saw it on camera, his sister walked up to him and literally started, like, grabbed him in his crotch, and you saw his face, you saw his eyes go, and you saw him kind of like being cool about taking his hand, her, like moving her hands away from his genitalia, right? Now, they said that Talil immediately put his sister out. Like when she saw what happened, he immediately put his sister out. He apologized to Michael and he told Michael, whatever you choose to do, I'm okay with that. Like basically saying, if you're going to press charges against my sister, if you like, well, however you choose to handle it, I have to respect that. Right. So I don't have no smoke for Talil because it sounds like he did what he could do in that situation. Now, troll ass 50 Cent, because we already know that 50 Cent is a troll. Ignorant ass troll ass 50 Cent said, he categorized it as an aggressive advance. But Michael Rainey Jr., you can see in this picture, you can see his face. Look at this picture. You see the look on his face? See the look on his face? That's when she grabbed him. Y'all see that look on that boy? You see her, you can see her off to the side, and you see the look on his face. That's when she grabbed him. And you see his face like, the hell? Now, they said he immediately left after this happened. He immediately removed himself from that situation. And we have to give him credit to be... My internet is really active. And we have to give him credit for being mature. So this was his public statement. He said, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I'm still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. The fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. You've got to listen. I can't do anything but applaud this young man. But he's absolutely correct. Had he done that to her, we'd be trying to, when I say we, not me, but we as a society, we'd be trying to cancel him right now. And 50 Cent will be distancing himself. He would be doing the exact opposite. He'd be, oh, Yeah, I can't do this with you, Michael. I can't go with you with this one, Michael. So I have to respect that this is a 20-something-year-old man who truly understands, like he gets it. And and again, it's the double standard. And we've got, and when I say we as a society have got to stop blowing it off when it's a man, when it happens to a man. I even had to catch myself a few weeks ago. Remember when we talked about that story with Meg Thee Stallion and the cameraman was saying how Meg engaged in sex in front of him and made him watch or whatever. And y'all remember I had to check myself and be like, now this were a woman, my reaction would be different. And I had to check myself. I had to check myself. But we've got to stop, y'all. We've got to stop putting this double standard on things, because she should not have felt like she had a right to go up to that boy and young man, and grab him like that. There should have been nothing in her body that felt like that was okay. Especially even if they were kind of flirting, even if they were, like giving each other the eyes, like who, I don't know, but that's not an invitation. Just like if a woman is flirting with a man, it's not an invitation. It is not an invitation for you to touch me, fondle me, grope me, none of that. And I don't know. Yeah, Quay says she looked like a minor herself. I don't know how old she is. I don't know. But unless she has, and I'm not saying this to be funny, I'm saying this because I there's a difference. Unless she has some sort of a mental delay, I don't care if she was 17, 14, 15. It's not acceptable. And I'm not saying you saying that, Quake. I'm just saying before somebody says, well, she was only 15. I don't care. Unless she's dealing with some sort of legitimate mental delay, she knows that's not acceptable. And if she doesn't know, then that's part of the problem. She's not a minor. She got babies. Well, just because she got babies don't mean she's not a minor. I mean, let's be clear. But I understand what you're saying. And again, we have to stop making it a double standard for men and women. We've got to stop that. If we want women, Brandy dated Wanye when he was in his 20s, right? But Brandy was also older. Again, it was wrong. We've talked about that, Marnie. I think it was still inappropriate. I still think it was an inappropriate relationship that Wanye had with Brandy. Hell, I think it was I think a lot of these relationships inappropriate, but I do think there's a difference between Wanye dating her in his 20s and a 30-something-year-old and a 14-year-old. Like Ray J being 14 and this woman being 34, to me, there's a big difference than Brandy being 16, 17, Wanye being in his 20s. I still don't think it was right that a 20-year-old was dating a 17-year-old. No, we knew about it, Xavier. No, we knew. Well, I knew that Brandy and Wanye dated, but again, we didn't look at it with the same lens. We didn't look at it with the same lens that we look at it today. I remember because I remember that concert, that Whitney Houston show where Brandy and Wanye were together at the show, and Whitney even said, "Oh, y'all together? You treat my girl right?" Like Whitney even addressed it. But I don't think any of us paid attention the same way we pay attention today. I just again, it was a different lens. Now, I knew about Brandy and Wanye. Yeah, it definitely wasn't hidden. That's why I said I remember them being at the Whitney Houston show. No, Wanye is a few years older, but it's older, but it's not to me. And again, still think the relationship was inappropriate, but it wasn't 30 years. Yeah, I guess Mama Sonia was okay with his child. Well, here's the thing. 50 is a troll. But I don't want to write off his comments as just, oh, he's just a troll, because it's still his comments are still inappropriate. But 50 Cent is a troll. I mean, he's just a troll. He really is. Wanya and Brandy didn't really date. That was an industry hookup. No, they was dating. Autumn's mom said it was just okay. Well, let me not say that because I wasn't there, child. I won't deal with them. I wasn't in their bedroom, but I thought they was really dating. But okay, I don't know, child. I don't know. Right, that's what I'm saying, correct. You know, it was a different lens. It was a different lens. I mean, different lens. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember them having. I remember Wanya telling the story, Adina Howard telling the story, Brandy telling the story. Like all of them have spoken on this relationship, so I thought it was real. But again, I wasn't there, and I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying it like I don't care like that, but whatever. But I just wanted to bring that up, you guys. I really want us to stop, and I'm okay. Like I don't think that Shannon Sharpe deserves all the criticism that he gets, but this one he deserves. He definitely deserves, because he laughed and he giggled about it. Because again, men just don't look at it the same way. Men do not look at it the same way. But we also have to understand that they've been conditioned as well. So we have to recondition everybody. We have to recondition everybody. Yeah, I don't think Wanya was serious, but I think they were really dating. I think it took it way more seriously than Wanya did. I mean, Wanya is a hoe. I mean, he's a soap, like he'll tell you that like he was out there. He'll tell you that he was out there living his best life, child. Yeah, Brandy was Kobe's date for the prom. Now that was a setup. That wasn't a real. They weren't really dating or anything. That was a whole setup. Yeah, that was an industry setup. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this reality stuff. Let's get into this reality stuff real quick. And then because what time is this? 8-7. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this reality stuff, child. So it has come out. Teresa Giudice has been caught in another lie about her giving information to bloggers and asking bloggers to get information for her. Now Andy did ask her about it on Watch What Happens Live Sunday, and of course she lied right through her teeth. But again, it just goes back to my point that Bravo absolutely knows what's going on, and they know Teresa's lying. And I think that if a reunion were to happen, and they would have to actually address it and deal with it and let people drop their receipts to prove what it is and what it isn't. Because let's be clear, see, Elon Musk, here's the problem with verifying everything and everybody. Now, I think on Instagram, you still have to be verified. But on X, no, on Instagram, you can buy your blue check. Here's the problem. I do believe that whoever are dropping these receipts, they have verified that these receipts are real. I do believe that they verified that it's Teresa's real account and not that Teresa that's really Teresa's account. Because I can't believe, it seems to me like that stuff would have been debunked a long time ago, right? I feel like it would have been debunked a long time ago. So I think that these are really Teresa's accounts. But Teresa, again, if you watch What Happens Live, she tried to deflect it. She tried to put it on Jennifer. She tried to put it on Marge. She tried to put it on everybody else except for her. And I believe that it is Teresa, and it is her verified account or her real account. Okay. Yeah, just plain wrong. Okay, Lauren. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Lauren. I'm not understanding the point you're making. You said they got back together when she got released. He seemed well-adjusted, mature, and a college grad. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Now, one of the things that I was telling y'all about the last week with this Real Housewives of Atlanta story leaking, and I said they have ruined the season. Now, I read an article today where it says that the producers of the Real Housewives of Atlanta are basically telling the people keep these stories tight, do not divulge any storylines, be mum's the word, because they said this is a do or die season for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They've already kind of done a reboot. They've already put it on pause. And if this season doesn't work, the franchise is in serious trouble. I believe all of that. And it goes back to what I've been saying about giving too much of your storyline away before the season starts. Now, I understand what people are saying. When I say the season is ruined, I don't mean that there isn't drama. That's not what I mean. I don't mean that there isn't drama. I don't mean that people aren't going to be anticipating. We all want to know what really happened at the daggone opening. We all want to understand why Kenya did what she did. Why would Kenya do something like that at her own opening of her business? Like, we all want the answers to that story. When I say it's ruined, the point that I'm making is we're all going to be waiting for that moment, right? We're all waiting for that moment. So everything else that happens is a sideline to that. And I want y'all to pay attention to how many people talk about this episode was boring. It was just a filler episode. It wasn't this and it wasn't that, because all people going to care about is what happened down to that opening. I don't even think we care that much about Simon and Portia because they still going back and forth on Twitter. Don't nobody care about what the two of them got going on. Oh, the double standard. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you. I knew you weren't saying like that it was okay. I just wasn't quite understanding. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure I understood. I don't think anybody's sabotaging this season another round. I think that me personally, I feel like social media has allowed too much of the storylines to get out with reality TV, which has ruined us from the point of view of we're not anticipating. It's like we don't walk into a season blind anymore, right? The trailer doesn't mean anything because we're not anticipating the storyline as much as we want to see what really happened because we already saw it on Instagram. We just want to know what the background story was. So, whereas before, like for example, the Real Housewives of Dubai, nothing really leaked out about the Real Housewives of Dubai, partly because nobody really paid attention to the Real Housewives of Dubai. So when the trailer dropped, it was like, oh shit, what was going on? Now, a few things leaked out during the filming, like we knew that Anon, we saw, but we still didn't know all of the details. You see what I'm saying? We didn't get all of the dirty details. But when you know so much before the season starts, it takes away the anticipation. And so now people are just waiting for that to happen rather than paying attention to the totality of everybody's story. Nobody cares. Because all we care about now is what the hell Kenya did and why she did it. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you want to tighten it up. Now you want to tell everybody, don't tell it, don't tell it, don't tell it. Well, y'all should have been doing that. Like we go back now and I compare it to Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine has been filming just as long as the Real Housewives of Atlanta has been filming. And we have absolutely no idea what the fuck is going on Married to Medicine. All we know is that this weekend they had their Married to Med. I mean, you know, we know they had their Med Gala. You know what I'm saying? They had their Med Gala. We know that Quad debuted her man. So that everybody is talking about Miss Quad, right? But we still, I mean, I'm sure that the internet detectives will tell us, but that was still new for us. We still don't know everything about it. We still don't know everything about it. You see what I'm saying? So, oh, Carolyn told us. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, You say she got in trouble for telling it on Twitter Spaces. She should have. She should have. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's an anticipation with Married to Medicine because here's the thing we do know. Well, we knew Dr. Alicia wasn't coming back. That was already announced. But here's what we do know. We know there's a new girl, right? We know Quad is back, but we don't know how that happened. Because where we left off, they sent Quad home from the damn trip, and we didn't see her again until the season finale. And then, of course, she was at the reunion. So we don't know how she was integrated back into the cast. We want to know what's going on with Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory. We want to know what's going on with Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly. And when I say we, I mean as a fandom. You individually might not care, but I mean as a fandom, right? We are anticipating storylines, and the only thing that has leaked out about this story so far is that Quad got a man. That's it. And let's be clear, Quad needed to. Now, Dr. Heavenly let it out when she was with when she did the review with Carlos last night. She let it slip out that Quad been dating this man for 2 years, and Quad just didn't tell us. And I can respect that. I mean, it is you were on a reality show, so I mean, the expectation is that you shared that, but I can respect you wanting to keep it private until you knew it was real. I can respect that. So now they're ready to make it official, right? They made it Instagram official this weekend, and he's on the show this season. And I'm sure we're going to get all of the details when the show starts. It gives us some anticipation. It's okay to know some stuff, but when you know everything, it takes away from so much. Right, he's going to be on the show. Exactly. Hey, Miss Twisted Tresses. Hey, boo. Now, just as fast as y'all, and when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Okay? Yeah, Phaedra's back. Just as fast as you see that, look, y'all saw Phaedra took Dwight to the Met Gala. So Dwight's gonna make a cameo at least on one episode this season, child. So I need y'all to make up y'all mind. And when I say y'all, you know, if it don't apply, let it fly. I need y'all to make up y'all mind. Now, just as much as y'all are down here talking about how boring Real Housewives of Potomac was last season and how you didn't like the fact that it was a divided cast and they needed to find a way to get past it, and Andy told them at the reunion that they needed to find a way to get past it, and yada, 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 boo, 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 boo. They post a video this weekend, which I still think they're giving too much information. Again, this is a perfect example. You're giving us too much information over to the Real Housewives of Potomac. We know the only thing we should know about the Real Housewives of Potomac so far is Karen's storyline, and that's because it was public. Karen had court this week. That's the only thing we should know is going on down to the Real Housewives of Potomac. We should not know that Giselle and Wendy have somehow, some way come together. Now, we don't know all of the details. But then I see people all over the internet. Oh my gosh, they fake. They're being fake. What in the world is Wendy doing hugging Giselle? Oh, they're just so fake. I need y'all to make up your mind. Either these people got to find a road to reconciliation, or you just want the show to end. Because what we can't do is have a show where people don't fucking speak to each other. Now, we said that all last season. We talked about that, right? We talked about Giselle, Wendy, Candace, and how they wouldn't speak to each other, and how hard it was to watch, how difficult it was to watch, and how we wanted them to get over it, and they needed to get over it. Well, it looks like they have found some way to at least work together. I ain't saying they best friends. I'm not saying they hanging out. I mean, in real life, they are sorors, right? So maybe they found a way to connect over the shield, right? Maybe they found a way to connect. But I need y'all to make up y'all's mind. So now they fake over on the Real Housewives of Potomac. But just 4 months ago, y'all was mad that they wouldn't talk to each other. I need y'all to make up y'all mind. See, that's what I mean when I say reality TV is in trouble because y'all don't know what y'all want. As consumers, y'all don't know what y'all want. Because when the people wasn't speaking, y'all was mad. Now that the people are speaking, y'all mad. I just, you know, so I was like, wow. So now they fake. Now let's be clear. Do I think that Wendy and Giselle are best friends? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But if they have found a way to work together, aka film together, and give us some good reality TV, why do we care? Because I hate to be the one to tell y'all, come here, let me tell y'all the secret. A lot of these people on these shows they're not friends in real life. Hey, Lisa, what's up, boo? A lot of these people ain't friends in real life. They don't talk when the camera ain't rolling. They don't see each other when the camera ain't rolling. They don't hang out when the camera ain't rolling. But when it's time to show up for work, that's what they do. And all Giselle and Wendy have done is figured out a way and understood the assignment. Now, that's what one thing that Dr. Heavenly said about Melody. We about to slide on over to the Real House to Love and Marriage Huntsville now. That's one of the things that Melody, that Dr. Heavenly said about Melody. Dr. Heavenly said Melody don't like none of these people. And I agree with her 100%. I don't think Melody like nobody on her cast. I think if she wasn't getting a paycheck, Melody would never be with none of these people. And I'm talking about, I think at this point, she wouldn't even be around Nell. But we damn sure know she wouldn't be around Kimmy and Tisha. We know she don't fuck with Destiny and Stormy. She don't rock with the men. I think the only person that she would actually spend any time with outside of a camera might be Nell. And I don't even think she'd be with Nell anymore after the way Nell is riding this fence between her and Martell, which I kind of understand why Nell is riding the fence, because she was friends with both of them and it's hard when there's a divorce. But sometimes people make it easy, but that's not my business. That's not my business. Hey, P. Hey, boo. But I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? Carlos didn't like it, but Dr. Heavenly wasn't telling no lies. Dr. Heavenly ain't tell no lies. It is clear that Melody shows up to film her scenes. Y'all notice how 2 episodes ago, when Melody had that pamper party at her house, she didn't invite not near person from the cast. Not near person from the cast was at that pamper party. No Kimmy, no Nell, no Tisha. None of them. Not nail one. I agree. Give me show to stop making strangers introduce each other as friends. I'm happy you're here too, P. It's been too long, my love. Life has been lifing, honey. Now, let me say this about the Love and Marriage Huntsville situation. Well, first of all, let me say this about Love and Marriage DC, and then I'm going to jump over to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Here's my issue with Love and Marriage DC. I don't know what's happening with Love and Marriage DC, but here's my problem. And it kind of goes back to what Another Round just said, actually, a few minutes ago. Are we really interested in capturing real Black excellence? So, I follow everybody on social media, right? And whether you like these people or not, let me just go down the list of what people got going on that are on. I'm going to deal with the actual cast. I know Winter left, but I'm going to go down the list of the people who are actually on this, well, you know, who were on last season, who got some real shit going on that we could be filming if we wanted to really talk about Black excellence, right? So Winter has rebranded and she's actually launching a whole leadership situation. She's doing a brunch in July. She's doing her emancipation in August. And she's actually having a wellness retreat in, I think, October, November, right? I know she left the show, but what I'm saying is when we start talking about what they could have brought to the show outside of the bullshit they brought us. We have Ashley. I know a lot of people don't like Ashley, but let's just go down the list. This weekend, they had Silvercella. That is their big event that they have every year. That was this weekend. Again, because Carlos because they don't have contracts and they haven't started filming. None of that was filmed. You had the Juneteenth celebration at the White House. Guess who was at the Juneteenth celebration at the White House? Oh, the Silvers. Thank you, Miss Twisted Tresses. The Silvers. They were invited to the White House. And guess who was hanging out with them at the White House? Candace. Candace was there with her baby bump looking all cute and stuff. Another round, I don't know. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Because I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to try to make it, but not for what me and you talked about, though. I don't think so. But I'll email you. We can talk offline. So now, would they have been able to take Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras to the White House? Absolutely not. We know they wouldn't have been able to do that. But would they have been able to film a scene about it and talk about the invitation and how they got invited and why they were going? Would they have been able to show them pictures from the event? Would they have been able to make a moment out of it? Absolutely. See, this is what I mean when I say that these people are really moving in spaces in DC and we're not getting that. Sherelle, the Duncans. Now, listen, again, I know everybody might not have liked the Duncans and may not feel like the Duncans represented themselves. That's fine. I don't care. I'm just going down the list, right? Sherelle has started her own podcast. Sherelle has started a wellness journey. She's sober now. She identifies herself as an alcoholic. She was an alcoholic. She is now sober. She is now going through that whole process. They could have filmed all of that. They could have filmed what they went through as a family with her dealing with her alcoholism, how she decided, what was her rock bottom, and now how she is turning that into her wellness journey. She has lost significant weight. She's, all of these things are what's going on. Jamie and Urana. Jamie has started a whole mental health foundation in the wake of what he started after his retirement. Jamie, he has created a whole foundation for mental health. There is so much going on with these real people in their real lives, whether you like them on the show or not, that we could be getting some serious Black, some real Black excellence. And we're missing all of it. So if and when they do pick up the cameras and they start filming again, now we're back to the bullshit because now people are going to be making up shit to talk about. But we're getting real content that these people really have going on in their real lives. So that's what I had to say about Love and Marriage DC. Now, let's slide on over here to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then this way I'm going to end it. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. But this way I'm going to end it. Y'all done lost your mind. I do not, and listen, I am not going to blame everything on Carlos King because I'm not going to give Carlos King all of this. It's not all. Now listen, I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know the mellow meters don't want to hear this. I get it. But all of this don't fall at the feet of Carlos King. It does not. I'm going to tell you where some of it falls. Not all of it, because I think there's levels to this, right? There are levels to it. Part of this falls at production. Yes. But part of this also falls at the feet of women who see their story in melody. Part of this is because it's so easy to hate Martell and so easy to love Melody. And so many women identified through Melody's story their own pain, their own embarrassment, their own hurt. And Melody is easy. She's beautiful, right? She took lemons and made lemonade. And you have women, and it's mostly women. I know I'm not going to get into the Anthony Lofties of the world, child. I'm not going down that road, but I'm talking about there are women who have created entire channels to Love and Marriage Huntsville. They don't talk about shit else. They don't review no other TV shows. They don't talk about any other celebrity news. They talk all day. Everything is about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yeah, I still review it, Raven. I still review it. I literally, because now that I've started reviewing the show again, a lot of these channels are popping up on my timeline, right? There are literally people, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. I have literally seen some of these channels do stories like I'm not this might not be an actual story, but my sentiment is not an exaggeration. So I need you to understand what I'm saying. My sentiment is not an exaggeration. I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. Stormy started making a new product last year called Body Glaze. Melody did some sort of a body something. I don't remember what it was called. Melody did some sort of a body something. There were people that did entire video, and I don't mean just one. I mean, people did entire videos on how Stormy stole from Melody. Stormy stole Melody's idea. Stormy stabbed Melody in the back. Stormy betrayed Melody. Now, never mind that Stormy has had Canvas Beauty just as long, if not longer, than Melody has had her business. But because Stormy dare make a product that was anywhere close to what Melody made, now she's public enemy number one. She betrayed Melody. When the season 8 cast photo dropped, do you know that there were people that did entire videos talking about how Stormy stole Melody's dress idea because Melody wore this dress before or wore a dress like it before, and how dare Stormy try to upstage Mel? And they really did whole videos showing the dress that Melody wore, the dress that Destiny wore. I mean, it might have been Destiny. It was either Destiny or Stormy. And I'm thinking, are y'all serious right now? And that's the difference between, and see, when I say millimeters, those are the people I'm talking about. And then what happens is, then from there, we create the fans who now say, oh, I hate Stormy. Stormy betrayed Melody. Then you start getting people trolling Stormy. Then you get the death threats, right? Which Stormy has gotten death threats. Destiny has gotten death threats. Tisha, Kimmy. Those are the, when I say millimeters, those are the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking, excuse me, I'm not talking about the people who are just fans of Melody. Girl, I don't care about that. Be a fan of whoever you want to be a fan of. I'm talking about the people, those people. There was a woman, and don't put her name in the chat, please. Do not put her name in the chat. If you know who I'm talking about, you can use a nickname or something. There was a woman that absolutely showed up at Stormy's business. Now, Stormy does not have a store, a brick and mortar store. It was a warehouse. It is not open to the public. You don't get to just walk up and knock on the door. This woman showed up at Stormy's warehouse, knocked on the door, and started like yelling at Stormy and making, saying things to Stormy. And then when Stormy responded, and let's be clear, everybody got a breaking point. Everybody has a breaking point. But Stormy responded, and everybody wanted to get on Stormy. Well, she's older. How dare you talk to that woman like that? She's an elder. You shouldn't respect. It's like, what? Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I say mellometer, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the extreme people that see a ghost lurking in every corner, and everything ain't that. And honestly, so now The ratings are in the tank. The ratings are bad. The ratings are bad because the mellow meters, and again, remember who I said I'm talking about when I say the mellow meters decided they're going to do a blackout of the season. So here's what I find to be so interesting. You've created a whole platform on YouTube talking about this show, talking about Melody and talking about this show. Yet you are embracing or you are starting a campaign to destroy the show. So in essence, you're shooting yourself in the foot because the way you listen, Don, you know what I'm saying, and any other YouTuber that's in the chat, another round, y'all know what I'm saying. The way the algorithms down here to YouTube, those people will have to start a whole new channel. They will have to scratch that channel and start a whole new channel because you have done absolutely nothing but talk about Carlos King and Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and Melody for the past 3 years. You might have a decent platform. You might have 50,000 subscribers. You might get 1,000 people in your chat when you go live. You may be doing really, really well. Some of them even got Patreons and stuff. You might be doing really well. But y'all know, like I know, the day that show goes away, your platform will die. Because even if you start following another show, you won't be in the algorithm for that. You'll have to rebuild your whole platform. Because let's be clear, them 1,000 people that's in that chat, they're there to hear you talk about Carlos King. They're there to hear you talk about how much you love Melody and how everybody does Melody wrong. They're not there to hear you talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. They're not there to hear you talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Half of them don't like Dr. Heavenly because Dr. Heavenly be saying shit out the side of her neck. So they're not here to hear you talk about Married to Medicine. Let's be clear. Your audience dies when that show dies. So y'all have done this whole campaign to black it out. Don't watch the show. And the ratings are terrible. Now, the show is bad too. Let's be clear. The show is bad. But the ratings are in the toilet. And I'm just sitting back watching this shit like, do they even understand what they're doing? Now you got a whole nother conflict. I mean, we already knew. I did a whole video on the lawsuits that was going on where some people that I know got sued, you know, and Maurice was suing the people. We talked about, we did videos on that. Now we got a whole nother situation. Now they're threatening to sue Stormy because they said that Stormy is giving out customer information, which I don't know if she is or isn't. I don't think she is, but I don't know that woman personally. But again, now we're talking about more lawsuits and more conflict. Y'all, it's crazy. And at this point, I think all of them could do better. I think Carlos could do a better job of reeling it in, but he doesn't want to. I think Mel could do a better job of reeling her people in. But but the reality is people are going to do what they want to do. She can't control grown people. She can't control grown people. And the minute Marceau, Maurice, Letitia, or Kimmy say anything bad, then of course, here come 20,000 videos about them. Well, Gabby, I already know that. You know I know Melody ain't as innocent as they make her out to be. But you know, the Melometers don't want to hear. It's like the Beyonce, it's like the Beehive. They better not say nothing bad about Beyonce. It's the same thing with Melody, baby. You better not say nothing bad about Melody. Y'all know I've been saying that from day one. I've been saying that from day one. Now Melody has canceled her she was doing a fan event. She's canceled the fan event because she like, basically, y'all crazy as hell. Like y'all a special kind of people. What up, D? There he go with there they go the bees. There go the bees. Now that's my 2 cents. I said I would try to drop the link, but baby, it's been 2 hours. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm gonna get up off of here. I think I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna try to do the next Bridgerton. I'm almost done with the 7M documentary, and you're right. I see what you were saying now. For those of you that said keep watching, child. I kept watching. So we're gonna try to get that we're gonna try to get that before I leave. Get that done before I leave. Okay. Nobody real dead people. I agree. Didi, I know boo. All right, y'all, let me get out of here again. If you have not subscribed to the ReallyBTV reviews channel, if you could do so at this time, please. If you haven't hit the like button, can y'all hit it on y'all way out the door? I appreciate you so much. And remember, donations are not required, but they are appreciated and accepted. If you want to bless me for my birthday and buy something off my gift list, it is pinned at the top of the chat. Or, cash will do it too. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah, peace.